That way. You do it. Well, I'll be special. See right here? Yeah. They start taking pictures. And just like this man knows. I always have to make sure there's 2 or 3 people in front of me, so there's enough people to see each other. I want my two really quick cutting we do.
I was waiting on it.
Yeah. And you said wine on the table, so.
Thank you for your help,
Half the people coming out the door had said, "Do we get to drink when you get through talking?" My name's Dale Greer. I'm director of the Cullman Economic Development Agency, and they've asked me to introduce a few of the people. I normally would look around and introduce guests, but I think today I want a little project. Call Mayor Woody Jacobs. Woody is by far the favorite mayor that I have because he signs my paycheck, and he tells people he's going to run for a third one. So, Woody, come up, please.
So Dale was the Burgermeister this year at our Oktoberfest, which means, he was reminding me of that he was now my boss. And I said, well, that may be correct, Dale, but come Monday, I'm your boss again. He went, oh yeah. But it's a privilege to be the mayor here. A lot of good things are going on in town. This has been a fun project. How long ago was it we met on this?
Probably 2 years.
2 years? Yeah, because it's, but I remember at the time we weren't going to be the first one in Alabama, but now we are, right?
Yep.
So sorry if I stole your line there. But it's always a fun thing. We're able to participate in a unique way with this project. And, some of the jobs that were created help qualify them for some state incentives as far as building the road. So it worked out really great. And we were able to work together and build this road coming into this project. Doesn't always work that way, but it was a fun project. We worked kind of side by side with it. The 2 different contractors never got in a fight or anything like that. We have a road and everything connects. So I call that a successful project. But thank y'all for building this here. We've always wanted something in this area. We feel like it's going to be a win for y'all. And I think once we build this next phase, and we're working on it now, about a year away from the indoor athletic complex. They call it the Omniplex. And it's, I have to name everything, but it's a huge deal. It's going to bring people in 12 months out of the year right now. With the Heritage Park, you know, we get them in about half the year, but now we're going to be able to continuous flow of people coming in, and they're going to use this hotel a lot. So thank y'all very much.
I said I wasn't going to introduce people, but I've seen a few come up. Nathan Anderson, who's Director of Park and Recreation Department, and I think all the facilities here for recreation played a role in the location of this facility, which was pretty neat. I saw Johnny Cook, council member, walked up, Clint Hollingsworth. Anybody else I need to acknowledge? People just keep coming up.
Jeannie Folsom's pulling up right there.
And Councilwoman Jeannie Folsom is pulling up. She's president of council. David Moss, council member, is coming up. We must have told all them it was 4:15, you think? All right, let me see. Anything else I need to get? If I do, I'll just do it later. I want to introduce Jeremy Griesbach. Jeremy he has over 20 years of experience in development. He was involved in bringing this project here. He started with Cobblestone, I think, like 13 years ago or so, business development in that case. He ended up becoming a partner in that business. And I think at the time he started, maybe they had 24 locations, and they now have more than 170 across the country. He is also a partner in Brymark Builders LLC. I'm pretty close, I know. And, they are involved in designing and constructing hotels, but also in finding locations, doing all of the research, all of the justification on projects coming. He was looking for somebody also, I think, on a local level who would be involved in the project, because that gives somebody locally skin in the game that makes it important for them. And I think you accomplished that too with Cullman Opportunity LLC. Please welcome Jeremy Griesbach.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I got to start out by apologizing. I know you guys have had a winter down here, haven't you? Well, it's my fault because I spent 3 months down at the beach. So it was nice back in Wisconsin when I was here, and then you guys got stuck with winter that I brought with me. So good news is I'm headed home tomorrow morning from here, so it'll be nice from here on out for all of you. You're welcome. Wanted to start off by thanking Eddie Kennedy and Kim and everybody else involved with Common Opportunity. It really, when they first showed me the site, I looked at it and I said, well, I'm not a good person at seeing something unless it's actually done. I can look at plans and site plans and everything else. But as they started building it, and I came down the hill the first time when it was under construction, I'm like, well, maybe Eddie was right. Holy cow. But the way this area is growing and everything else is great. Thanks to Jeff Rousey, Coach Rousey from Retail Strategies, Retail Specialist. Without Coach introduced me to everyone at the Chamber and Economic Development, never would have came upon Cullman. So thanks, Coach. As Dale said, this is property number 1 for Cobblestone Hotels in Alabama. However, we have broke ground on number 2, which is in Foley, and we're working on 3, 4, and 5. So stay tuned for more news and hopefully more projects. Cobblestone's on the ground here in Alabama yet this year. Want to thank our sister companies, Brymark Builders, for building and constructing this. Great job, and thanks everybody at the city for working with them. Also want to thank Slate Hospitality Group, which is another sister company of ours from an operations standpoint, working with everybody. The staff here at the hotel, everything looks great. Great job so far. I know that at the construction part where we open, but we still got a little construction going on, and you clean, they dirty, you clean, they dirty, you clean, they dirty. It's fun stuff. The other thing that is a first for us in the state of Alabama is Wissota Chophouse. We were very excited to bring that, and Eddie was very excited when we started talking about that. And Coach has been out there pushing them, so Josie, it's all Coach's fault when we built Wissota Chophouses in Alabama. So, but just wanted to thank everybody on the operations side from Wissota and whatnot too. I heard nothing but great reviews, and obviously the numbers are showing that things are going great. To the people of Cullman, all the people who work for the city of Cullman, all the residents and everything else, it's very neat to come to a town. Like Dale said, when we started this, I think this is year 16 for us. We were founded in 2008, and a lot of our growth has been in the last 10 years. And I was just looking for an excuse to get out of Wisconsin in the winter, so that's why I started coming to Alabama a couple of years ago. And it's really started to get through our fruitions. But what was really great when we got to Cullman, what was really cool is the pride that everyone seemed to have in their town and what you guys believed in your town and how excited about it you were. And I don't want to say everyone was trying to sell Cullman to me, but they kind of were. Everyone I talked to, you could tell they were genuine and true about how excited they were about Cullman, about the history of it, what it is now, and what it's going to be. And to see that over a couple of years' time and just see the growth you guys have had in that few years leaves me no doubt that it is going the right way. So also wanted to thank the financing partners and First Southern and also the Merchant South Line for believing in Cobblestone and the investor group and doing that. So with that, I'll turn it back to Dale. And again, thanks everyone. Last but not least, Kim Fogarties, who is our partner, is my partner, is also here. So if everyone gets a chance, wave to Kim. Kim waves to you, so you know who she is. And then Josie heads up Slate Hospitality Group, and also Cobblestone Hotels, the franchise. Josie's an advisor, so make sure you get a chance to talk to her. And I'll let, I think Eddie will be next. Dale will introduce him, but just so you guys know, try to get him to speak quickly because he's probably between you and a drink. So see you soon. Thanks.
I tell you what, I'm excited to hear that all the people he ran into in Cobblestone talked about this community and how good it was, and that you needed them here. And that's what you have to have. You have to have folks in the community that help you sell the community because it's important. And I mean, I just think what they're doing here is special. I think the location is remarkable. Most of the people you see here in the black uniforms are the staff of this facility, from Anthony all the way over. And Josie, he said, I need to ask you if you wanted to speak. And then he went, no, I'm joking, don't do that. I'll do it anyway. And y'all need to know Alan Quinn. Raise your hand, Alan. He is with Webb Wheel. When he came in, he said, I have all of my people with the company. If they're coming to Cullman and staying overnight, they stay here. So you ought to be happy with that. We get to talk a little more. All right, last but not least is Mr. Eddie Kennedy. Eddie is a longtime friend in this particular project. I think he is with Cullman Opportunity LLC. When he was on my industrial development board for a number of years, has always been a great advocate of Cullman. And when I asked him what took him so long to put a hotel down here in this area, he said, I was looking for the right one. So I think you have the right one, Eddie.
Thank you, Dale, very much. The one thing I definitely want to say, and Woody touched on it, and Dale recognized Nathan Anderson. This hotel would not be here, and it definitely wouldn't be in this location without the foresight of the city of Cullman. It goes back decades, from the building of Heritage Park, and now all the investment in Park and Rec and what is going on in our town. And then the way that Nathan Anderson executes of the Park and Rec has just made it an easy investment for the city to continue to invest in Park and Rec. And it has led just an amazing amount of commerce, an amazing amount of investment. So, Nathan, Mayor, thank y'all for what y'all have done there. I want to mention also, when I really thought I was going to invest, when I met Jeremy, really liked Jeremy, got to spend some time with him. I'll tell two stories. So as we're spending a lot of time together, he comes to Cullman. Jeremy's kind of misremembered the story. He actually picked this location. I actually thought he should go somewhere else, but he said, what's wrong with this location? I said, well, it's a good location, but I own this one, and I didn't want to lead you down a bad path. But so I was very tickled when he picked this location. But Kim and I, my wife, went to the convention in October of 2021. And you have to remember the time frame that was. I was pretty sure I was going to invest. We had been, COVID had just kind of come to an end. So it was the toughest time that people in the hotel industry had ever been through. I mean, just an awful time. We go down to this convention, there's 100 and something people at this convention. And there were investors, there were employees, the management, and every single person was just talking great things about Josie, Jeremy, Kim, all the management. Just you couldn't find a person that was disgruntled. And I knew then that I was going to definitely invest into Cobblestone. So then I met Josie, which is a great story. Josie, started with the company 20 years ago this May. She started out cleaning rooms. And now Josie is the president of the company. She's president of Cobblestone, and she's president of the management company. So that's just the kind of company that these people are. They take somebody that goes to work. But every person that I've met in the Cobblestone organization is just first class. So Cullman is the greatest city in the country, and Cobblestone is going to be a great partner with Cullman. We're so excited, Jeremy, for that. But one other story with Jeremy. So we're eating at the All Steak, and we're taking it around Cullman. And I said, why don't we do a steakhouse in Cullman? Jerry said, oh, no. We don't do it one this small. There's no way this town couldn't have a steakhouse. Well, he kept coming here, and he kept coming here, and we kept driving around, and he said, this is the biggest little town I've ever seen in my life. So he really changed his mind, and I think that was a great decision. And we're excited that we have a steakhouse, and I think over the night, the people that have not visited, I think you'll really get a treat tonight. So, but I want to thank everybody, City of Cullman, all the city council, Your investment in this, in our town, your leadership, your foresight, the things that you've done, you just have made great decisions. I've been a big part of industrial development in my life. My father, Joe, is here tonight. He's been a huge part of industrial development, and that's also what made this possible. So there's just so many pieces that have come alive in Cullman, and we're just all so very blessed. So thank y'all for being here tonight. And if I miss somebody, I apologize, because there are so many people that are a reason that the Cobblestone is here. Thank y'all.
One thing quickly, I think Eddie acknowledged that the park and recreation program facilities are important, and it's great that you have individuals. Chester Freeman was really the one who pushed the initial start of this, but you have to have an administration that's willing to take those ideas and make them happen, and we've had that for many, many years, and I think that's just a real compliment to Cullman and how we got where we are. I'm glad he acknowledged you, Jeff Rousey. I hugged Jeff several times about coming in with this project and helping us start this thing. And what a great, great project. I'm so happy about it. I assume that somebody's going to tell us about what happens when we get through, how we eat and drink and do that. Anthony, is that you? Is that Josie? And Josie, I see why you said I should ask you if you wanted to speak, because that's true. We're going to cut a ribbon, but then we'll go into the building, and somebody else will have to tell you what happens there, because I'll be at the bar.
You want to tell them about the tours? Then we got tours of the rooms and stuff.
Tell them that, and then we'll cut the ribbon.
Yeah, there's tours. Rooms should be open. There'll be people giving tours. Otherwise, self-guided. You can kind of hop on with the group.
All of the second floor.
I believe all the rooms are on the second floor, so everything will be set up there. Check them out. Let us know if you have any questions, and try to keep Coach out of the pool. That's the short of it.
All right, now we'll cut the ribbon. We're going to cut the ribbon right in the front.
Sure.
Do it right here.
Yep, that works.
Fine.
Good.
All right, Eddie. Yeah, I'll get up here.
Beautiful day.
Jimmy can't go.
I'll hold on the other.
They have their own ribbon. That's cute. That's so you get up there.
That's right. Get in there.
No, you get up there. You get up there. It's all your team is up there.
You are good.
Everybody look at
All right, 2 to 3. Ready? Everybody smiling? 1, 2, 3. Gorgeous. All right. Ready to cut? All right, this is the cut one. 2 to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.